God can think, he is conscious, and has free will, and can make choices with intent. He is not just a bunch of knowledge without consciousness. He isn't just some generative force. You can't become God, no one can become God, and you can't become a part of him. God made a conscious, free will choice with intention to create living things and all that exists. He needed those things, the free will, intention, and choice, all the things that I mentioned. He needed all of them. Otherwise, nothing would exist. Matter and living things and everything wouldn't exist. So, if you have all the pieces required to make a frog in a blender, you got all the pieces there, all the correct answers, so to speak, are there, but without the conscious intention to put the correct answers in the correct order, it can't be a frog that lives. Sure, God, using his free will, conscious intention to make the frog, can enable them to reproduce and all of that, but that's obviously beside the point. Without the intelligent, free will, conscious intention to make life, it would never exist. Life would never exist. God made all the parts and arranged them. It is said that Lucifer and God were talking one day, and Lucifer was saying how he thinks God did a poor job at making the universe, and how he thinks he could do better. And God was like, okay, let's see how you can do. Make your own universe. And Lucifer says, alright then, watch this. And he picks up a handful of dirt, and God says, no, use your own materials. And Lucifer couldn't. Okay, so Lucifer, or Satan, whatever you want to call him, is nothing without God. God is superior. And the understanding of God that the average person has when they read the Bible is more correct than many of these New Age people out there with their ideas about... Anyway, God can think. God can think. He is conscious and has free will and can make choices with intent. There's no other way. And I have seen no logical reason to think otherwise, especially after seeing that abiogenesis or abiogenesis, whatever you want to call it, I don't know how to say that word. After seeing that is impossible and realizing that things... Okay. The first thing that I was talking about is that abiogenesis or abiogenesis or whatever. It's talking about the living things coming from something that doesn't live. So the very first thing that ever existed that lived, where did it come from? It would have to come from a rock or something that doesn't exist, and that's never been proven. Everything just shows that is completely impossible. So after realizing that is impossible, and realizing that things can't have existed forever without God, and that things can't come from nothing, we are left with the inescapable fact, which is God is real. And if I am wrong, or if you think I'm a simpleton, then I ask you, where is the logic that proves me wrong? Or is your worldview less defensible than a simpleton's worldview? Simple question. So, why is it that we always see the same stars when the sun's in the way? Hey, guess what? Jesus isn't the Venus or the sun or anything like that. When people say, oh, the sun, that only works in English, S-O-N and S-U-N. Where's your logic to defend your position? You're full of crap. I'm sorry I couldn't do the insane voice as well as you. It's very hard.